Welcome to the fourth video of NitroCanvas. It's another exploration for me, and this time I'm gonna be trying to make some makeup packaging. So here's the design brief. I'm gonna be making a makeup package for Glow and Grow that needs to be elegant and minimalist. Needs like matte and metallic finish colors to it, and then some nice sans serif fonts, and making simple graphics out of these. So I'm aiming for a minimalist luxury market type of packaging. So technically I'm creating a very quick brand here, and the packaging, really interesting stuff right now. So let's get into it. So I'm just trying to get some inspiration how the products are going to look like. I'm a guy, so I don't really have an idea of the different types of makeups. So I needed some help here from Pinterest and Behance, just looking for some interesting layouts and angles of different styles and types of makeup. I really like the minimalist types of products with the empty type of photos. I even took some box packaging images just to give me some inspiration on the packaging I'm gonna be designing. I think for the three I'm gonna make, these should be enough. I'm gonna get some details on the images themselves to make them into proper products. So for the mock-ups, I wanted to use my own types of tubes and jars and boxes. So I loaded up Midjourney and tried typing in the prompts that I want. First one is a blank makeup tube in like a minimal studio white type of room. All of them came out great on the first try, but this one is what I liked the most. Pretty clean, pretty simple, and the angle of a product is a bit offset to make it, I don't know, a bit more interesting. Next, I tried generating a floating jar for like a clay face cream or mask product. I don't know. The first ones were decent, but I really didn't like these off details on the lids of the jars. So for the second try, I used a reference image of a product jar. Some of the jars looked okay, but they were sitting on a surface, which it wasn't what I was aiming for. So third time's the charm, got a floating jar reference image this time, and it worked better now. I used this one with the brighter colors in the background, which would fit more with the product that I was gonna create it for. And for the last image, I wanted to do the packaging and the product itself. So I generated a box and the makeup tube next to each other. First try wasn't really the look I was aiming for, plus there were texts on the packaging, so I needed them to be blank. And then this next try I got more specific and really emphasized that they should be blank. Pretty good generation on these second try, but the other images had, I don't know, weird small boxes. The products wouldn't like fit there. So yeah, except for this one, which actually looked really perfect. I love the tone of minimalism and elegance in this one. It's pretty cool. And now it's time to create the product packaging. First one, I just went with a sunblock sunscreen type of product. I just got some texts and typed in the details of the product. I made the SPF way bigger here because I thought it would make it like eye-catching that this screen is SPF 30. And then I added some big accents to the product to not just leave it matte white. I didn't want the product to look as boring. I needed to like give it some life, give it some color, give it some pop. It needed those like rose gold pink accents from the design brief. So yeah, overall, this is actually really nice and simple packaging. I like the elegance, I like the minimalism. It feels like a luxury product because of how it's like angled in the photograph. So really nice. Next is the jar product. I didn't know much about jar products, so I basically just used the details from an image I got for the mood board. I basically just went consistent with the branding, like with the sunscreen, matte white jar body, pink accents, and then of course the bold lettering for the titles and the headers. I even used a plugin for the logo to actually fit really well into the lid of the jar. It looked great, and the logo just made it look even more legit. It actually looked like a product that someone could actually buy, even though this is just an exploration. And yeah, it's pretty nice, pretty cool. And then lastly, I think I'm most proud of this one. So I went with a more gradient golden look for this one. I made the layout for the box and the tube first before I added them to the mock-up. It was pretty tricky at first, especially since I was using Figma to make these like speedrun designs. But overall, the packaging went really, really well for this one. The color blended really well with the golden feel I was aiming for, and it was just adding the details and logos onto the packaging. This one looked awesome, and like for a simple edit, it came really, really well. And here are the products, all under an hour to design and create, even with the manual elements that I made. Really, really happy with how these came out, and I really enjoyed the exploration process I did. And yeah, so as usual, share your feedback and opinions in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers!